Hi guys, I'm Dan Hoff, COO of HoneyStick, and today we're going to be going over our latest special product for 2019 is our digital AeroBee 510 magnetic concealer vaporizer. Now, this little AeroBee launched a couple months ago. It was part of our 2019 collection, and already it's served a really unique place in the market. First of all, we call it the AeroBee because it's made out of aerospace aluminum. So it has a really good quality feel to it in your hand. It's light, it's sturdy, it's strong and powerful. Not only that, it's got the internals to match. This thing has an 800 milliamp hour high capacity battery, so you're not going to have to charge this thing. And it takes all unpredictability out of it with its digital display, which we're going to do close-ups of and go over. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit about the AeroBee, but mainly what I want to do is unbox it, show you guys how to use it, and familiarize you with this great little item. So let's jump right into it. AeroBee is going to come in your nice deluxe box right here. The kit's going to come with everything that you need except for a cartridge. So there's no cartridges included. However, it does fit all 510 thread cartridges that are below 12 millimeters in diameter. So basically, it's going to fit just about everything except for the widest of the wide. I haven't really found any cartridges that it doesn't fit, but if you guys do know of one, please make sure to drop it in the comments below. Alright guys, so we're going to get the AeroBee right here. Nice little box. Let's bring the camera in close because we're going to be taking it away from me and going more to the item. So we're going to have the AeroBee box right here. It's deluxe box, just talks about the contents and some of the main features. It's a slide out box. It's going to flip open and you're going to have your instructions right here. Don't worry about the instructions, we're going to go through exactly how to use this. You're going to have your AeroBee right here, which we're going to take one out. And then you're going to have your accessories right here. Now let's go through the accessories of what comes with each kit. Now in each accessory package, you're going to get a deluxe USB charging cable and two 510 threaded magnets. These magnets are going to be used to screw onto your 510 devices, cartridges, or wax adapters, to make an electrical connection with your AeroBee. You get two of them in case if you lose one, or in case if you need extra. And then you have your USB charger right here. Your USB charger comes with a little keychain holder. Very cool little device. So you basically plug your USB in here. It could be like a little keychain or a little lanyard hook. You just take these two buttons for the USB, you push them to release. Now, the first thing that you want to do when you get your AeroBee is make sure that your AeroBee unit is charged. So take the device, charging port is right there at the bottom. Plug the male end of the micro USB cable into it. Once you hear it click, it's good to go. Then plug the other end of the USB cable into your wall adapter and you're going to charge it. If your device is off, you're going to have a readout on the screen that says charging and it's going to flash. And then when it's full, it's going to stay full for a little bit and then it's just going to turn off completely. This unit does have overcharge protection, so in case if you do leave it on the charger for more than it's supposed to be, you're not going to cause any damage to the inside of the unit. So once your unit is fully charged, now for this one, let's bring the camera in really close. Let's remove a little protective film off of the display case. That's where the digital readout is going to be. Notice you're going to have three buttons here. This one's your power and fire button. The small button closest to it is going to be your plus button, which is going to increase your temperature or intensity. And the button next to it furthest away from the power button is going to be your minus, which is going to decrease your temperature. Now, really quickly, this mod is one of the only mods, concealers, that can do full temperature control on 510 thread pre-filled cartridges. So when you get a cartridge, you pop it in here, you're going to be able to dial into the Fahrenheit, or for all of our European customers, degrees Celsius, of where you want your cartridge coil temperature to burn at. This can be very useful for certain types of oils, and you can also really hone in and get a special taste on it. We're going to run through exactly how to function on the mod, but there is not many batteries on the market that can bring you this kind of scalability. And to a lot of you guys out there, you know who you are. You guys want your vape to vape at a certain temperature, and this mod can deliver that. But it also has simple watt control. So to turn the unit on, we're going to click the button 5 times. And then we're going to have a digital readout screen here that we're going to zoom in on. You're going to see it says AeroBee, which is the model of the unit. And then it's going to click right in to watt mode. That's what we ship our units on, is it comes in watt mode. And to increase watts, you would just simply push the little plus sign. As you can see, look at the watts go up. This little unit will go all the way up to 20 watts that you can control. And in order to switch from watt mode to the temperature mode, you take the power button and you click it 3 times consecutively within 2-second intervals. So you gotta click it pretty quickly. So let's go. You see, it clicked over and now it goes right into Celsius mode. It's at 100 degrees Celsius. Now, you can either operate it and increase in Celsius mode if that's your preferred temperature, or if you want to switch it over to Fahrenheit, just click the plus button and cycle up, and once it goes through its maximum Celsius, it will automatically switch over to Fahrenheit. See how it's got the degree F next to it now? And keep cycling. You can keep going up and down, and once it hits its maximum Fahrenheit, which is 600 degrees, it'll automatically kick back down to 100 degrees Celsius. Now, this is a smart mod, so when you turn it off, once you have it on your setting, it will remember the last setting that you had it on. Now, that's pretty useful, knowing that if you optimized it for a certain cartridge that you're vaping on, you're not going to have to remember that and reset it all the time. So don't worry about remembering what your settings are, because this will remember for you. Now, how to get started on vaping. Let's just take a little sample cartridge that I have here. It's empty, but it's a nice gold thick cartridge. Looks real nice. You're going to take one of your magnet adapters that came with the kit, and you're going to make sure that the little indentations in the magnet adapter, the little grooves, are facing up. Then you're going to screw it into the cartridge and make sure that you screw it on there so that it's nice and tight. Don't want to over tighten it to strip the threads, but make sure it's nice and tight, because this is going to make your magnetic connection. Then you're going to take this and you're going to drop it into the unit. Now when you drop it in, it's going to say whether it's a new coil or an old coil to hit plus or minus, plus if it's a new coil. What you want to do is, if it's a new coil to the unit, so it's not the previous one, you definitely want to hit the plus sign, because what that's going to do is it's going to read the cartridge and what the ohm settings are and what the resistance is, and it's going to optimize it. If you click minus, that's going to mean it was the last cartridge, so it's going to use the same settings that you had on your last cartridge in terms of its electronics and its programming. So in order to be safe, whenever you drop a new cartridge in there and it asks you new or old cartridge, hit that plus sign, which is the closest one to the power key. Then it's going to give you an ohm readout up there. Let's see what it says. 1.2 ohms on the cartridge. That's generally what these kind of high performance cartridges go at. It's usually between 1 and 2. The lower that the ohms are, the higher performance and the faster heat up time you're going to get in those cartridges. And if you have a cartridge that starts creeping up in resistance in the ohms, this is a good readout. Then you know either that cartridge might be close to the end of its useful life, or you need to clean your cartridge. So keep your eye on the ohms, guys, while you're vaping. And then all you do is you put in whatever temperature you want based on what we went through, and you push and hold the power button. You'll see a little timer go up, which is digital. And then you push and hold, inhale throughout the duration of holding the button down, and you're off to vaping. So there's also a couple other little features I wanted to go over with you guys. Here, some people, right or left-handed, when they're vaping, they want to see this screen read in a different way. You can flip this screen over in case if you're right or left-handed or based on how you hold the unit when you vape, so you can see the screen while you vape. The way that you do that is you click the button 4 times consecutively. You see how it just flipped over there? Now that it's flipped over, you can vape, and you can flip it back using the same thing. And it flipped right back. The other thing you could do is if you're carrying this thing and you're not a good person when it comes to always turning your unit off when it's not in use, you can lock the unit. How you do that is you push and hold the plus and the minus for 2 seconds consecutively, and then it should say that locked. Yeah, locked right there. And then push and hold for 2 seconds again, and it should be unlocked. Yeah, see, it's moving now. I want you guys to see it. So that's another cool feature. So this AeroBee is probably the most little sophisticated concealer unit on the market right now. Has plenty of big power, lets you really hone in on your cartridges. Now in terms of size, let's just show you here. We got a Beekeeper 2.0. Beekeeper 2.0 is taller, but the AeroBee is wide and slim. It'll fit into the grooves of your pocket. For the ladies out there, it'll fit in that small little slit on the side of the purse. It's a very cool, transportable, durable unit. So I hope you definitely check it out and try it if you're looking to really dial in on your vaping, really sophisticated, put all the predictability back into it. So for the AeroBee and several other cool items, make sure you check out www.vapehoneystick.com for our selection of vaporizers and accessories. Make sure, if you like this, to follow us on Instagram at official Vape HoneyStick and Vape HoneyStick handles. Make sure, if you like this video and all of our vapors, you subscribe to the channel. You'll see me commenting in there with you, interacting with you. Drop your comments in below. I'm always happy to hear from you guys. And make sure you stay tuned. And when you're AeroBee vaping, make sure that you do it responsibly. Signing off. For 20% off, use Honey420, my code. Cheers.